Why does Cipher Pol in One Piece look so weak nowadays? Lately, Cipher Pol agents feel more and more like disposable pawns. This is strange because if we look back, CP, an intelligence organization that reports directly to the world government, should be elite. They operate in the shadows, gathering information through disguises, infiltration, and dirty work. These aren't ordinary soldiers. They possess physical abilities beyond normal humans and master Rokushiki, a combat system that once felt stylish, powerful, and intimidating. Yet somehow, an organization once wrapped in mystery now feels increasingly underwhelming. Instead of becoming more frightening, they keep ending up as victims. When people talk about Cipher Pol, the most memorable example is CP9 at Eni's lobby. When they were first introduced, their eccentric outfits, cold demeanor, and overall presence screamed, "These are dangerous people." Rokushiki itself was introduced as a complete and impressive fighting system. Shigan and Rankyaku for offense, Soru and Geppo for mobility, and Tekkai for defense. Everything about it felt solid and intimidating. In theory, with those 6 techniques, CP9 should have been able to move freely around Water 7 without fearing anyone, but they weren't reckless. Lucci, Kaku, and the others chose to stay undercover, sticking close to Iceberg for a full 5 years without being exposed. Their mission to steal the Pluton blueprints was a complete success. Ironically, their downfall felt almost anticlimactic. Once Tekkai was breached, that was it. From that point on, the technique seemed to lose all of its prestige. Even more ironic, Tekkai later became popular when used by others, and each time it appeared, its user ended up getting beaten senseless. On Onigashima, there was a moment that was both tragic and absurd. While Kaido and Luffy were locked in a fierce battle, a CP0 agent suddenly appeared and used Tekkai to restrain Luffy's movement. Unable to dodge, Luffy was smashed by Kaido's punch and knocked down, and after that, Kaido unleashed all of his rage on the CP0 agent. The agent was only carrying out direct orders from the Gorosei. Refusal was not an option. Then there's Rob Lucci, once hailed as the strongest Cipher Pol agent in 800 years. 2 years later, he rose to become a top officer in CP0. His strength increased, his devil fruit awakened, yet the thing that developed the most was his mouth. Lucci now acts as if he could take care of anyone, Luffy, Zoro, or even Shanks, with his current power. The problem with modern Cipher Pol isn't just about strength or arrogance, they're also far too conspicuous. Just look at CP0 and Dressrosa, wearing masks and draped in white robes. For intelligence agents, it's hard to imagine a more attention-grabbing appearance. Before they even start gathering information, their presence is already exposed. And then there's the issue of secrecy, escorting classified documents stamped with the word secret in letters as big as a billboard. It's no surprise that Who's Who failed to protect the Nika Devil Fruit, which was instead stolen by Shanks. All of this makes one thing clear: Cipher Pol doesn't fall so often without reason. They're overconfident, careless, and consistently underestimate their opponents. Whether intentional or not, Oda seems to be deliberately weakening Cipher Pol's image, shifting them from a terrifying elite organization into nothing more than disposable tools for the Gorosei and the Tenryubito.